All right, guys, we've got a really nice Rowe coin. Is it a coin changer or a bill changer? I guess bill changer makes more sense. Although, let me see. No, this doesn't have. Some of them actually take coins too. Like you could, apparently on some of them you could put in $1 and get 4 quarters, or you could put in a quarter and get 2 dimes and a nickel, depending on how you have it set up. So. But in this case, this is just a bill changer. It is a model BC-12, which is a very standard model. I mean, the two models that Rowe did that everyone knows are the BC-12 and the BC-35. The 12 is this long, skinny one. The 35 is the big one you saw at all the gold mines and Aladdin's castles. They're identical, really, in how they operate. The only difference is that the BC-35 has 3 hoppers and this has 2 hoppers. So this will still hold 66% of the coins that a 3500 will hold in a lot less space. So this is a much more compact design. So it's still a good machine, and it still is just as reliable as a 35. Now they also came out with the BC-1200 and the 3500, which were just updated models of the 12 and the 35. Still operated exactly the same. Most of the parts were the same, but the computer was newer. This is a fully working changer. This one only takes 1s and 5s, and I never updated this to take the new 5s, so that's why I blacked it out to just say $1 bills, because I just didn't bother updating it. You can send the computer off Capital Vending out in Maryland, or Diab Enterprises down in Missouri, and I'm sure there's other places. But those are the 2 I use. You just ship them that unit, and they put the new EEPROM in it, and they ship it back to you, and then it takes the new currency. But for my application, I just needed a $1 bill changer, so I didn't care about that. But I'm going to show you that it works on both, because I've got an old 5, and I've got old 1s and new 1s. 1s haven't changed. So let's put one in, watch it work. Hello? Can't see what I'm doing here. And this bill's kind of soggy. Hopefully it takes it. Why is it not taking it? Is the thing turned on? Okay. So I have it turned on. Let me see. I was monkeying with it earlier, and I pulled the computer out just to get pictures, and maybe I messed something up. If it still doesn't work, I will open it up and see what I did. I might have unplugged something. Is it lit up? Yeah, it is lit. You can see the little light in there. All right. Come on, baby. Don't embarrass me here. This is ridiculous. All right. We're opening it up, seeing what I did. A smart person would start this video over, but that's not me. I'm just going to roll with it. So let's pull the little computer out and see what's going on. Oh, it's flashing something. 11111. What does 1111 mean? Let's just reset it. Oh, it's probably because I took the bills out that I had tested, and it needed to finish resetting. And I probably killed the power or something or between those times, because I just heard the bill stacker go. Yeah, now it's got the little dot in the status, which means it's okay. All right. So that was my fault, because I've been screwing around with it. Now let's try it. Yay! I love how these work. It's kind of like an old-fashioned slot machine where it has a bucket. I think they even call it a payout bucket that's filled with the coins for you ahead of time. And then all it does is release the lid on the bucket. Listen. And it drops them all at once. And then it refills in the background. It refills for the next guy. The new ones that they make, those crappy Americans and standards, they count them out for you. Ding, 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 ding. Which I think is just, I don't know, it's not as exciting. See, watch the 5. When we put this in, listen to it drop it out. Yeah! Just dumps $5 worth of quarters all in one handful. And now, you hear it? It's reloading. Now, I didn't put very many quarters in here, so it may not have enough to get it reloaded. I didn't have very many quarters over here. Okay, it had just enough, apparently. But yeah, I love the way these things operate. I'm a huge Rowe fan when it comes to changers. Now, to show you how this works on the inside, it's got this weird little bar, which when I first got this, and I saw this bar down the cabinet, I was like, ooh, what's this? This looks like just a piece of scrap metal that somebody left. I couldn't figure out what to do. It took me forever to figure it out, that it goes in this little hole, and then it twists around here, and then goes into this notch, and it's all just to hold these hoppers in place. See, now I still can't do it. I mean, it's just so weird. There we go. And then it slides down in this notch. I kind of need 2 hands. There we go. All right, and then it keeps these hoppers in place because those need to be leaning back. If they start leaning forward, like if somebody pulled on this, then it doesn't engage with the gear that turns the little coin counting mechanism in the back. So anyway, you pull these out, or no, actually, oh, that's right. See, this is how smart the engineers were. Watch, you rotate this thing around and put it in the other way, and look at that. Then it's a perfect bar to lean this on to fill it, and it holds it in place. Can you see down in there? These hoppers hold, the high capacity ones hold about $900 worth of coins each. So this little changer will dispense $1,800 before it's what's the word? Expended? Empty. Yeah. And then it can store a ton of bills. Look at this bill unit. Check out that sponge. They're such geniuses. They just use a sponge as the spring rather than a metal spring that's gonna rust and break. That sponge is 40 years old and it's still fine. Look at that. Brilliant. But then your bills get stacked back in here and you pull them out. And it divides the bills between the top sponge thing and the bottom sponge thing. I know it's not called the sponge thing, but I don't know what it's called. What does it say? And it says, do not remove sponge. Duh. Okay, so yeah, I've never seen one of those fill up with bills, although I guess my arcade doesn't do very well, so that's why. But maybe back in the day, those filled up. So anyway, I'm just wasting time here. You can see that this thing is fully working, and it's in pretty decent shape. Wow, left bucket is paid out 226,000 times. Right bucket, 43,000 times. The right bucket must be the $5 bucket. So what's that? That's almost $500,000 has gone through this machine. And who knows, they may have even rolled it. But there you go. Nice working Rowe changer. Just what every person needs in their rec room or their garage, or if they have an arcade, in their arcade. I'm probably not going to be able to include, this is my route inner cylinder lock. I can't include that. You can buy these though, probably $6 to $10 at any locksmith place. Maybe even Amazon probably sells them. I'll show you what they look like when you get them out. I'm gonna have to set this camera down for a second to do this though. I guess I need to put the key in there to get it out. Yeah. Okay, and then you push down, pull it out. There we go. So here's what the inner cylinder lock looks like when it's not in there. It's got a little tab that sticks up, and then when you turn the key, that tab goes down. So you can find those. So that's it. It's coming without a lock. I'd give you one if I had an extra, but I don't.